first don't fuck your bitch in the click.
Yeah. Hit him up Tupac. Hit him up Tupac.
Full life.
Copyright आ जाएगा. You said the N-word.
Cancelled.
Yeah, otherwise, who's had such a long career? Yeah, just him and Taylor Swift, like for that track.
Taylor Swift. Oh, what are your views on Taylor Swift?
I mean, connect. Yeah. So like when hip hop happened, अच्छा, he's like cricket खेलते हो? I was like, हाँ.
Of course,
He's like, अच्छा, Hindu हो या Muslim? And who knew Weeknd's manager? So there was one track which I'd made, and I wanted to get it through to the Weeknd, right?
Hi guys, welcome back to LadsOnAir Season 2, Episode 2. On our previous episodes, we've shot podcasts with a lot of like top guests. But today we have someone who's like broken the barriers of everyday life. Mr. Sandeep Patil, aka
Wow.
Sandman.
Like happening intro, eh?
Yeah.
So welcome to the show. Do I call you Sandeep sir? Do I
You can call me Sandman.
Or
That's fine.
Sandman is
Just call me
fine.
Sandman.
Why Sandman?
Actually, we had a band in college.
Yeah.
So there it was like Sandeep was like it would become Sandy, right?
Hmm.
And Sandy was like just way too common. Every Sandeep becomes a Sandy.
Yeah.
And so I maybe that trend just started in college, and like I think someone started calling me Sandman, and I think it just kind of stuck. वो band में रह के it just kind of stuck, and eventually like everyone started calling me Sandman in college. Yeah. So then I just kind of went with it. Like चलो.
Sandman's a pretty good.
एक है at least I mean it's fine. Yeah, it's like just a name.
And the studio looks amazing. You can see the Sandman up there.
Oh, yeah.
But an amazing
So,
studio. This is like
it's
every gamer child or anybody who wants a setup. It's just this is what we wanted. 3 monitors.
It's like his Batcave.
Yeah. It's like I call it the sandbox.
Sandbox.
Yeah,
so
sandbox.
that's the name of the studio also.
Mm.
So,
Everywhere you look, like you'll see there's something that's catching your eye.
yeah.
Either they are miniatures or there's a speaker there or there's
Yeah. So
guitar
actually
or
a
ukulele
lot
up
of it is a lot of inspiration. Like
there.
whenever
So does everything have a story connected to it?
it's not a story, but yes, whenever I do travel,
Mhm.
I pick up a lot of these bits with
Mhm.
wherever I find like these, and I love small like miniature stuff. So whenever I see it, like it kind of kind of helps my imagination.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like to create these small worlds
Correct.
everywhere. So when people also come here, I want them to be inspired by things they've seen
Correct.
somewhere or the
Yeah.
other. Like so.
Correct. So do you like to travel a lot?
I do like to travel.
Do you get time between the life that
right.
you live in, I mean the
Busy
life that you
life.
hectic life that you have right now?
Yeah.
You get time to travel.
I mean,
or do you travel for work and then you do something else?
it depends. Like I do like to travel a lot, but it's I have to space it such that because it's very difficult to plan anything, especially with advertising and doing such kind of stuff.
Correct.
You're always on call, literally.
Correct.
So someone will call me today for a job which is to be finished tomorrow.
Mm.
So I need to be available in that sense.
Correct.
So it's very difficult for me to kind of plan something in advance. But yeah, I do try, like whenever I know like the next few like
Weeks are
days,
open or something.
not weeks, days are open.
Okay.
I just go off. I
But
just
do you
go
get your
somewhere.
weekends like free or like is it hectic on weekends also?
Weekends पे भी हम आ गए ना shoot
हमको मैं संडे को भी बोला था but नहीं said
Taking
no
out your
Sunday.
time.
Yeah, no. आज का मेरा session cancel हो गया तो luckily you guys got
Yeah.
it.
Thank you so much.
No. But it's the thing is when you are doing something you love, I think you have no days off. Like
Yeah.
I enjoy coming to work. I enjoy coming to this space. So
Yeah.
even on Sundays I'll work.
Yeah.
Or there's no like fixed this thing scheduling.
So do you work on a timing thing or it's just based on is it like project wise do you work or do you do something on your own at the side? You keep on producing something at the side and then you get projects?
I mean it's funny you ask that, because I have in fact thought about it very recently. And so when you're growing up, like Satyajit for instance, okay, he literally had I think, what is that, a year ago or a couple of years ago,
What?
you had come and you had made me hear the tracks.
That was
you had
when
done.
I was in 8th standard.
Eighth standard.
So I'll just tell you
Right.
guys how we met. So funny story. So when I was in my younger days, in my 8th standard. So I used to. There was this some app, and I used to like play the keys, and then the sound used to come like a DJ I was. And yeah, but then I learned about like FL Studio and all. And I started on YouTube how do you produce like songs and all. तो मैं सब basic करता था. And then once my dad told me there's this one big music composer in our building. And I go, what the fuck, I have to meet him. And then I met Sandeep. And then after like a month or two, I went to his studio.
It is so funny.
Yeah.
Because when he came, and I thought like little kid coming to me and all, sir, you know, like I have my stuff, I've made some music and all.
मैंने इस पे हवाना पे बनाया था.
तो बनाया था, and I was like,
मत कर copyright लगेगा. Very strict.
no, but in all seriousness, like he came and he made me, and I was like, send it to me and stuff like that. And I'll kid you not, that night I heard his shit and I was like, what? WTF, bro? Can you abuse on this?
Yeah, of course.
I was like, what the fuck, man? I was like, yes, this is 8th standard freaking kid making such kind of shit, man. And I was like thoroughly impressed. Okay, I was like, bhai, are you two samples use kar raha hai ya kya use kar raha hai? I was like, acha, you come to my studio. Because I had to decode this, right? I had to like, so for me, I'm always learning, right? And you have to, music is such an evolving process now. It's continuously evolving with its genres and everything. So you have to kind of evolve with it, and you can't be neglectful of everything that's going to come out, gonna happen next. So even when he made me hear his music, I was like, damn, this is like really good, and it was really good production as compared to the people I hear.
I could have been a Metro Boomin.
कुछ Metro Boomin नहीं बनेगा.
Metro Boomin also.
नहीं, not that word.
No, but it was so good, and like that's when I realized, I was like, shit, man, if this is the next generation, better start pulling my socks up. So like,
how to take his job.
I have taken you on, bro, as an assistant. I'm like, chal, acha mere studio mein.
I should have done that instead of engineering.
So
No,
you
but that was
said
good.
music, like it changes, you learn about it. What
Yeah.
role is AI playing in it? So we are all engineers, so we're a little AI centered or
it's like-
AI towards something.
So basically, you all are taking musicians and everyone out of jobs.
Yeah,
essentially.
That's not the
for you.
we are coming for you so many.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know, like, do you use AI in your work?
No, of course. See, the thing is, it has its pluses and minuses, obviously. But as I said, like I have worked with people in the past where you have to keep accepting what's gonna come next, because it's not something you can escape. Yeah, it's like, you know, when we are discussing, like when MP3s came out, it was like highly illegal.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not something you could avoid, and even the music labels, everyone went against that. Napster got shut down, everyone got shut down, you know, a lot of people got screwed in that.
Correct.
But it created such a space that it's not going to go anywhere, and that's how streaming platforms happened, you know, because people realize that no one's buying albums anymore. People prefer singles, you know, and that's where the whole singles market started, like for songs. So it kind of evolved, right? And you had to accept it, and it becomes a part of it, like whether you like it or not. So it's in the same way, like AI is just doing that, and now, however, in whatever form it's coming, right now, it's better to just accept it and kind of use it to your
Blend in or
advantage.
something.
Yeah.
Use it.
But use it in such a way that, whereas in it's not really affecting someone's food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
So have you actually like created a track using AI for someone, like?
Not really. I use bits and parts of stuff which will help my production.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Yeah.
But as far as taking jobs away,
No, not yet.
It's not
we
easy,
won't
right?
do it. Like
Yeah.
very simply, it's like
yeah.
you know, I'm sure people will do it if they don't have budgets and stuff like that. But at my level, I would never. It's just something you wouldn't do
Are
morally.
there like laws to prevent it yet? Like in music, let's say, if
not
you use
yet.
AI based.
Not yet. So there's a fine line between like what you can do and cannot do. But again, it's more of a moral status than anything else right now. Because there are a lot of AIs there. Right now it's huge and there are no...
Every day, like on
no
some
law.
reel, we're seeing some, I think Trump is singing some song.
Yeah.
Then Taylor Swift is singing Not Like Us. She's singing.
Bro, it's going crazy.
Yeah.
And see, doubling voice, like, of course, I know how to do all of it. But the thing is, see, like, agar kisi ko, like, someone who's not that big a composer or not that just starting off and he needs an option, he wants to hear or he wants to present his song with whoever's voice, in XYZ's voice, and if he has that model, so he can kind of put it on it and present it to someone. But his morality would stop whereas in, if they like it, then call that singer and have it dubbed. Not legally try to do something. I mean, because then you will get sued. I mean, no doubt. But again, the lines have not yet been drawn for that. So
it's kind of scary, right? Like, who would have thought like AI would have gotten the creative jobs first?
No chance, bro. It's like, and you think it is like, you think it would have taken another 5 years or 10 years down the line, but it's just like really fast.
I don't think it can take over music. I feel, at least jitna mujhe samajh mein aata, music is a creative field. There's always a personal touch to it. There's always a personal touch to every beat, every mix, every filler that you put in.
See, there is always like I always say, music breathes. Okay, because it's made by someone who is breathing. So when you have a singer on board, or when you have a flutist who's playing the flute, or you have someone who's playing the guitars, when you're recording all those things, they all have this human touch to it, which can't really be replaced. I mean, it's very difficult.
Maybe, but not
it can be enhanced, but you will know to a certain extent. I mean, at least I will know. As a professional, I know everything. Meaning you all probably won't be able to make out. But see, electronic music is electronic music. But when it comes to something which is Bollywood or something which is like a love song or anything like that, and you incorporate those things in there, and there's some good stuff. I see in the end, even all the VSTs and stuff which are coming, they are live recorded samples. Technically speaking, put into VSTs. So ideally speaking, they have the same functionality, but at the same time, when you call a nice musician and he's, there are more ideas you can kind of create in that jam. So,
but even like, in the Kendrick and Drake beef, like I told you, right? Drake used Tupac's voice.
He used Tupac, but then he got sued or something.
He had to remove from Instagram.
He had to remove it, right?
See, those laws, the more it happens now, the more stricter it's gonna get.
I think it's more strict in the States.
Oh, for sure, definitely. Here, actually, there's no किसी को मालूम नहीं है ना. So there is like this, like a lot of people are doing it for views right now. They are taking anybody's voice, just removing, and now you have these AI splitters. So they split the voice on the track, they put it into an AI model, change the voice to like Mohammad Rafi or someone like that, or Jeet Singh or whoever.
Modi sings so much. Modi bol raha.
Even like they're making using AI, like a toothbrush is singing some songs.
Toothbrush.
So they're making beats out of that one song. But that is to be what Charlie Puth does now with the teacup sound. He'll make a whole beat out of it. So they're using simple brush sounds to make an entire song out of it.
Before AI on YouTube, they used to cut up individual segments.
And
compile
it.
Now
in fact, I've done an ad like that for an academy. मैंने किया था एक ad वैसे full voice काट के and it is one tedious process, man, to do it like that. But if you have to, it's like crazy. But it's fun though. It's fun.
It's crazy.
So talking about rap that he mentioned right now, do you listen to those like
modern,
the not modern to हमारे music, but the western side or the sound of the music on the other side of the world?
Dude, I started. Which was that track?
Tupac.
First, don't fuck your bitch in the click.
Hit him up, Tupac. That's Tupac.
You claim to be a player, but your wife will bust some bad boys, niggas fuck for life.
Copyright आ जाएगा. You said the N-word.
Cancelled.
Beep कर दो भाई.
So now we have power.
अरे पहला गाना ही नहीं चाहिए था ना फिर.
Yes.
So does Western music influence your production? Do you take some aspects into that?
It depends. Like, see, I've grown up like listening to like a lot of hip hop. Like in college, I used to rap Eminem Tupac a lot.
You didn't listen to
Yes,
the new album?
but all of us are saying.
The new album, that
Eminem's
also-
new album
I mean,
is out.
honestly, the new album is like it feels like an ode to his older album.
Yeah.
You know, so it's pretty cool. I liked it. One of my closest friends, Van, he in fact called me and he's like, "Bro, you have to hear his new
Same
album."
sir,
Like,
पिछली
really
बार रात
good.
को फोन आया, bro क्या कर रहा है? Eminem का इसमें album नया आया है अभी सुन
But see, that's the beauty of Eminem. Okay,
Yeah.
now he's taken you guys right now and
Yeah.
having you have the same conversation, whereas he's taken his old crowd
Correct.
Yeah.
and us having the same conversation.
I listen to his old albums like abhi like bade ho kya hai?
Yeah.
And now I'm listening, I can relate to the old songs
Yeah.
because he's telling a story
Yeah,
to his old self.
Dude, it was like it
Yeah.
was insane, yeah, because his poetry was like hardcore, man.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy.
And he's dissing all kinds of people.
yeah. His wife, his kid, his this, his that. Like
Midget.
I mean-
I can't.
We can't use all of
सब
this.
बीप हो रहे हैं यार, जाने वाले हैं तुम लोग इसमें.
What's
No,
your
but
favorite
yeah.
genre of music? That's a personal question. I want to know.
So
Maybe you might not be able to pinpoint one, but something that you would want to listen to, maybe after a day's work.
I mean वैसा कुछ नहीं है यार. To be honest, like because I'm continuously listening like to so much music. There's a lot of
So do you get tired of listening to music? Because
you get a saturation. There's a saturation
not
of
tired, maybe.
because what happens is sometimes like I feel as a composer and everything nothing impresses you anymore with music. It is very difficult, especially when you are in this field. It's only when some beautiful melody comes in, you know, you start to listen to it and you start to enjoy it, and you're like, this was cool, there's some new sound. Like in the middle, Kendrick Lamar started to do that to me. Like I really started to enjoy this
The
new
last album is.
it just was like a new kind of
Mirage.
genre which was kicking in, you know, like, and then even Weekend kind of bought that
I
in.
think that's the best part when artists keep changing their like style.
Yeah.
Like let's say Kanye, he started pure rap. Then he moved on to like some when he dropped Yeezus, like it was the type of metal. Then again the life of Pablo rap. Then
I mean, Kanye has gone up, down,
Yeah.
deep
He's a very
underground, and then
controversial-
like, so he's like,
but he's a good.
no, but even if you take like Bieber's career, he's gone from I mean the thing is,
he did
he is
Don Oliver.
I mean his managers, you know, his family, they've all been a good like
pillars
and
influence.
actually they pushed him in the right direction always.
Yeah.
You know, like Scooter also got him the right kind of track, the right kind of collaborations at the right time. You know, he did that thing with Skrillex just when Skrillex was booming, and it was like it's very methodical, like however he's done
Everything
it.
is planned, maybe.
Very well planned.
Slowly.
So very
Switch to
smartly
switch.
and with the right people, you know, and that's why his career has lasted as
And he
long as
grew
it
with
has.
the music also.
Yeah. Otherwise, who's had such a long career? Just him and Taylor Swift, like for that track.
Taylor Swift. Oh, what are your views on Taylor
What are
Swift?
you saying, Taylor Swift?
I mean,
Just to
He's
attack
a
him
big-
there.
big time
He's a
Swiftie.
big time Swiftie. Yeah.
See, he's laughing.
good है but चलो he's like 95% of audience, so अच्छा है ना. हम लोग वो 5% है जो बोलेंगे यार ठीक है अच्छा है ठीक है, पर इतना सुनता नहीं हूँ, but it's fine. I mean it's good. I mean I guess it's her poetry.
Safe answer.
No, because I've asked people about it, and what a lot of people connect with their stories. A lot of these artists, and that's why they are such Swifties. Like,
Yeah, but I think, don't you think they take it too much extreme?
I like them.
तो जिसमें drama है वो dramatic होएगा ही ना.
Taylor Swift is not bad.
But like, see, Taylor Swift, I'm like not dissing her. But like,
You can.
her every,
Technically you are.
her every album is talking about her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Or some trauma, like her heartbreak. It's like the main theme is that heartbreak.
हाँ तो but that's what
Rap
ना.
का जो
Yeah.
Now see,
shooting
तेरा
के
दिल
लिए
टूटा
सब-
नहीं
Not
है.
every rapper.
Correct.
Yeah.
Your heart is not broken. His heart is not broken.
It's
Clearly.
broken, but like
Broken,
we don't
but
stay
you're
in the
fine.
state, right?
Yeah,
So maybe he stays.
No, he's not. He's the
He's the committed.
set. He's the set.
Yeah, but
Weekend. उसका भी उसके ऊपर ही based है.
but weekend is cool.
एक कैमरा के पीछे बोल रहा है.
Weekend is cool.
Yeah, weekend is cool. I
He
like.
talks about drugs also.
क्योंकि मजा आता है drugs.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I mean, she's got like a huge following.
Yeah,
and
she's
got
damn
a
rich.
like
$1
she's
billion
following.
net worth.
Wherever she does a concert, the country's like GDP increase.
Yeah,
right?
bro. तुम लोग उसको लेके आओ ये इस पे then तुम लोग का हिट हो जाएगा.
थोड़ा अच्छा बोलना पड़ता है.
नहीं होगा. समझ लेगा ना interviews.
फिर अचानक वो आ जाएगी तो तुम लोग भी फैन बन जाओगे. Of course, yeah, this song, that song.
अंबानी ने
this-
बुलाया होगा उसको.
नहीं, अंबानी ने जस्टिन बीबर को बुलाया ना.
अच्छा.
What do you think about that? Him just spawning musicians from there.
पैसा फेंक रहा है.
Fine,
Instead
he has the money.
instead of maybe taking musicians from here.
Yeah.
Arey, he's at least giving a rate card, no, for every musician.
$10 million to Justin Bieber. $10 million.
Yeah, that's like good.
85 crores almost. Life set हो
बस
जाएगा मेरा.
क्या रे?
80 crores मैं चले जाऊंगा हमेशा.
खत्म हो जाएगा तेरा 80. एक बार 80 करोड़ आ जाता ना, वो भी ऐसा
डालेगा
स्टेक पे.
Minds.
Minds में कहते रहा. 200 crores.
Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah, but that's crazy, man. They spent, they have the money to do all of that, so why not?
हाँ मतलब मेरे पास भी होता I would have done something stupid, something similar.
That's like 0.000 something of their.
Yeah, so somebody made a reel and they calculated कि the 10 million that he gave Justin Bieber for the concert, it was something 0.008% of his. Well, it affected him that much.
Yeah.
The 10 million on one. So it's like just
He
falling
makes
out of
more
his
than that
pocket.
in a.
Yeah,
Yeah,
8 million he
something.
gave to Rihanna.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
whatever.
And the Kardashian sisters are also here for some reason.
Yeah.
Since like you're in this industry, do you know anybody who's gone like from your friend group to the wedding?
I mean, all the celebs are there only. So
Pura friend
it's
group.
like
So
no,
friends
I
are gone.
know,
Like,
but
do you know anybody who's gone to the wedding? Anybody of your friends or
I
something?
don't know. The thing is, I've not gone on Instagram. The minute I go on there, I'll come to
Yeah.
know who will have gone. Someone I'm following will definitely like start posting all that shit. The worst part is always the next day because your Instagram feeds just go
filled up with
berserk.
everything.
I
So
think they're buying some comments as well.
God knows, man. But yeah, it's a big family.
Just to tell the viewers, Sandeep actually is a music composer and he
Valid
makes. नहीं मतलब because that's bringing me to my next topic, next and the most important question. So you have done a lot of Bollywood work.
Yeah.
We did,
Yeah.
while writing this was one of my favorite episodes to sit and
Yeah.
write
Right.
and collect. Once the team collected all the information, I sat and wrote some parts of it.
Right.
It was very fun. So this is one of my personal questions, and the question is basically how like nobody just wakes up and says I'll get into Bollywood, I'll get into this and that.
Right.
How did you enter this particular space? Like,
I
or was
mean,
it just something
origin
just
story.
clicked? Something clicked, and you went there, or
no,
did
it
you
was
apply?
like more. So I used to always tinker with FL Studio, FL Fruity Loops actually. This was like when Fruity Loops was like 3.5.
What year
Version.
was that?
What year was that?
I don't know. You all figure
Were we
that
alive?
out. Probably when you was born, it was like 3.5, and
same.
now it must be. I don't know what it is. Whatever. But during that time, like just how you used to tinker with it,
Yeah.
I used to want to tinker with Fruity
Correct.
Loops, and it was like I think just there under say because we had a band in college, and it was just cool that wait, I don't need to have my drummer here. I can also do some shit. So I was just like exploring that software, Fruity Loops, and that kind of like I guess I just started making loops and small tracks on there.
But did you go to some like school to learn this? What was your educational
I
background?
mean, I'm a BCom, bro. That's all.
That's
Yeah.
BCom and then
Music though was like a
Yeah.
rage against the world kind
Rebel,
of
rebel.
rebellious kind
Rebel
of
phase became-
phase. Yeah. So like when hip hop happened, it was like literally like when hip hop happened. I kind of once I got into hip hop and stuff like that, and then I mean college the band happened, and then it was just like okay, ठीक है, if not cricket then music में कुछ करना है, तो
Cricket, an interesting
it was
topic
like
for all of us.
करते हैं.
So let's talk about your cricket career.
Cricket.
How did you
Cricket is
start?
good.
Where did you play? Like,
Oh my god, cricket was like that was actually supposed to be my life.
yeah.
Yeah, when I was a kid, like it was like that's all I used to do. Yeah, मुझे पढ़ाई तो करना ही नहीं था. So it was either like do something
In sports.
creative, हाँ, in
Creative
sports, like
or-
but
yeah.
खेलना है या कुछ अलग ही करना है.
Not the you have to you think of breaking the barrier, right?
I mean, I didn't want
Breaking the barrier. Thanks for the sponsor. Cheers.
full plug.
बस हो गया sponsor खत्म. चलो हो गया काम हो गया अभी.
No, but it was like I used to play for BCA, Baroda Cricket Association, when I was younger for under 19s. So I was with.
Taking dreams of a lot of people with the setup and now cricket also.
Man, that was like I think Yusuf and Irfan were playing that time under 19.
Fun.
Yeah,
Pathans,
Irfan Pathan
yes.
and Yusuf. So, but it's funny because it was like the Kaipoche story, you know, like the Godhra Riots happened after that.
Yeah.
And my hotel where I was staying got burnt.
What?
Oof.
So the
Where were
lower
you
floor.
doing this? Away from the hotel?
No, I was inside,
Oh, shit.
but we weren't allowed to get out.
Yeah.
और वो नीचे
अरे
के floor.
Crazy.
Crazy अच्छा.
But it was like fire, bro. It was scary as hell. Like, cause I remember the story, and it was such a. I mean, I was shitting my pants that night because it was so bad, and they had burned the lower floor, and so in the night, Taj was like 2 lanes down my hotel where I was staying, and so my parents like grew frantic, okay, because they had to like get me out of Baroda.
Correct.
So at 2 days, so Taj, for their guests and everyone, they would arrange a bus which would go at some 3:30, 4ish in the morning, when no one's on the road.
Around, yeah.
So they said, if he can come here, then we can send him
Correct.
in the bus, in that mini bus and all, but he'll have to come here.
Correct.
So I was like, fuck, screwed. So I remember at some 2 in the night, okay, I took my kit quietly. We went down,
Walk down.
sneaked out, and I'm walking on the road, okay, just in this by lane, and I see these bunch of guys standing there, okay, and this was like my.
Very fun. मैं तो.
Arey bro, you have no idea. You have no idea because it's one of my most distinct stories of my life. Like
Near that experience.
It wasn't even near that. I just didn't know what to think about it because I was a very liberal, very innocent.
How old were
I
you
didn't understand
that time?
Under 19, no?
Okay, 19.
So I think I was 18 that year or 19. I think I was 19 only.
Mm.
But what happened was I went there and these guys stopped me. Okay, and they're like, hey, idhar. And I was like a shorty, right? I was still not like. So I come, he's like, kya hai usme bag mein and all. I was like, no, cricket and all. He's like, open, khol ke dikhao and all. And there were like 3-4 guys, okay?
Yeah.
So I open and I show them the pads. And he's like, acha. He's like, cricket khelte ho? I was like, haan.
Of course.
He's like, acha, Hindu ho ya Muslim? And the minute he asked me that, I was like a little perplexed. Like I didn't know what to say, you know.
We don't know सामने वाली टीम कौन सी टीम में है.
नहीं, it didn't.
आपको तो नहीं मालूम है सामने कुछ भी आंसर मेरा.
नहीं यार, उसकी बात नहीं है. But it was like for me, it didn't even matter. For me, it was like, what kind of a question is that?
Correct,
you know, are you Hindu or Muslim? Like, I didn't get it.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, I knew there were these riots
issues,
which were happening, but at the same time, I was like, you know, and someone asking you that, and I was like, bolu kya? What do I say? But now I've been brought up to say the truth, so I was like, you know, whatever it is, it is. Okay, I was like, no, I'm Hindu. Okay, now finished. And so he was like, acha, he's like, where do you play? For whom do you play? I was like, I play for BCA Baroda under 19. He's like, Arey, you play for Baroda? He's like, you remember that we let you go today. And I was like, okay, thanks. He's like, okay, jaldi jao. He's like, okay, go. So I don't know if they were just messing around with me or what. I just adjusting the bag and I just ran, bro. I just ran and 2 lanes down. I just reached Taj and I was like, so happy I just take me home. And I swear, dude, that like, I was so scared that day. And that bus ride also, like, the whole journey, the bus ride was, because there were no street lights, everything was shut. And the guy driving the bus also would keep switching on and off his headlights on the way to the airport, because they didn't. And then on the way you could see just rocks and everything on the road, and the burnt cars, and it was like crazy. And then finally I reached that airport.
Like friends get into any trouble or?
Though I mean those guys still stayed there, but I don't think anyone did though. But it was a bad time, because it was, everything was shut down, right? It was like full lockdown in that space, so you weren't allowed to even step out.
Correct.
So, but I had to catch that flight that day. Like, that was not gonna happen.
So after that, cricket stopped.
No, so then I came to Bombay.
Yeah.
And I tried here for under 22s, but here to selection में मैंने stump तोड़ दिया था actually. They give you 3 balls, right?
Yeah.
So I broke the stump. That sir called me. He's like, so where do you play and all? So I was like, what's your experience? I was like, I was playing for BCA and now I'm playing from here because you know, I've always stayed here, so I have that right. Like, no, you can't do like that. I was like, why
not?
What sense does that make? He's like, no, you don't know the rules. If you're playing from there, you can't play from. I was like, but I'm not playing from there. I'm playing from here only. I was like, that was an issue, no? So like Anshuman sir had taken me there. So he's like, no, you don't know the rules. So he didn't swipe my name, man. And then I went, and the head of MIG, the Satish Sawant, who used to be there. No, so Satish Sawant was the coach over there. So he had asked me, he's like, oh, so which team are you playing from? Because they would make 4 teams during the 22 selections. I was like, sir, he didn't take my name. He's saying because I played BC and all. He's like, what rubbish? Who told you that's the rule? I was like, so that's only he said. He's like, no. He's like, why didn't you come through MIG then just now for the trials? I was like, so now what do you want me to say, man? Itna politics. But yeah, and that was the end.
So then this cricket to music transition was... did you always like music?
I mean, it was there. Like I said, it was
like a hobby.
It was the back
so like,
back
there's
side.
a big difference between converting a hobby into a career. That
You could say that. Yeah, because it wasn't always my first choice, but it was like a passion.
Correct, of course.
And cricket also. At that point, you're really not sure what your career is.
Correct.
So it was at around, so then once music started, then it just stuck. I guess I never looked back. Or tab to IPL bhi nahi tha, nothing was there. So the opportunities were smaller.
Very minimal. Now so every place has the new.
Now you earn so much money.
I swear. Then this Kolkata, something new things have started.
Bro, you can earn money. That time you couldn't earn money. If you didn't make it to the A team, you would either land up getting some normal job or you would become a coach somewhere.
Or nets bowler or nets batsman.
Kuch nahi, because there was no job opportunity. Then
exposed me nothing at that time.
Nothing.
You watched the World Cup? Did you finally feel calm after we won finally?
It was. So when I saw the first half of it, I was like, "Arey, not again."
We were following the same trajectory with Australia. पहले 3 विकेट निकाले, फिर 2 हरा दिया हम लोग को. इसमें भी same हो रहा था.
Oh my god!
Until that Bumrah wicket the bowled जब निकाला था, तब
But it's funny that we have actually become so. We actually have a brilliant bowling side right now.
Correct.
That's one good thing. Like
dependent, right?
Dependent.
We are very dependent now. The previous World Cup also Shami was there. Because of those people, we were able to even do some stuff here and there.
No, but here, like, when it matters the most, you're so confident about your bowlers that, ठीक है, these guys, कुछ भी करके they will stay. Like, batsmen still, I feel somewhere there's still a little bit of a
uncertainty.
Like win-win.
Kohli तो saved himself, सीधा final में खेलूंगा और छोड़ दूंगा.
Oh my god, but yeah, I mean, I was like, because the score was not all that great. And I really hope. I mean, it happened. Like, the same thing happened again. What happened at the previous, so
whenever a wicket went down, I used to call him.
And one of my other friend who is in Badlands, whenever there will be a wicket, they'll call and make fun. हार रहे हो, देखो when चलो हार रहे हो तुम लोग, देखो. Every wicket they'll call and match के बाद phone किया, अब बोलो
Oh man,
it was good. Finally won. एक कप तो आ गया finally घर पे. It was very calming. And that, I think I would have stopped.
अरे the economy like goes a little plus होता है अगले दिन.
Everybody came out smiling.
Yeah. That's funny.
And then for 2 days, my entire Instagram feed.
Of course. अभी तक है थोड़ा.
Song everywhere. I'm sick of that song.
Long.
Yeah, his catch has gone famous, man.
That catch is everywhere.
Actually,
I'm surprised Hardik Pandya last over दिया. They would say Bumrah and keep him for the last over.
Technically, it was not that over. Could have gone helter skelter.
Very bad because he gave a wide.
Yeah. और वो भी last. I was like, why are you making it so close? Like, अच्छा खासा 12 रन था, वो 10 रन हो गया अचानक से एक
I saw somewhere कि the catch like Kohli had Kohli ने 4 मारा, then that Africa का player he ran down and he broke the boundary थोड़ा. South Africa. And then while Surya Kumar was catching the ball, he boundary थोड़ा extra था ना, so we got that थोड़ा advantage and that's why.
हमारी गलती नहीं, कब आ गया घर पे,
आ गया problem नहीं है, but the South Africans
let them be. कौन देख रहा है उनको, हम जीत गए.
उनका problem है बस.
So coming back, I wanted to know is at least in our work, at least if we were doing a new podcast, we would know the typical trajectory or typical steps we would take in the day. We'll wake up, okay, new podcast, we'll write this. So what is like, or how does somebody actually begin scoring a film? or do a BGM for it?
I mean,
Like
so
that.
usually, see, that's a
Or
director's
do you like
vision.
you have an idea of it, or do you watch the film then you make it, or how? How is the process?
Like I said, usually the director will give his brief on a film
Correct.
because it's his vision, it's his
Correct.
story, it is, it's kind of his direction
Vision.
as such.
Correct.
So he will just share that with me. And he will kind of give us those key points, as in this is the kind of color, the genre, kind of where we want to keep this.
Correct.
And then that's a jam which we do, as in, oh, what if we try this? What if we try that? Because see, he is coming to you for a reason. Like he's coming to me for a reason,
Yes, of course.
for the kind of stuff that I do or the kind of music that I make.
Yeah.
So I would first want him to kind of see my vision of it.
Correct.
And if that's not working completely, because I don't like to take the easy way always.
Yeah.
I like to try something different, thoda experimental ye wo. So, and I feel that creates a little bit of a definition to any score or anything like that. Yeah. So usually it's with that vision, and we kind of move forward most of the
So
times.
कितना time लगता है? Like what is like you
For the
see
project.
Bollywood films coming out so fast.
I mean,
It's like this
see,
new movies
the
are
thing is,
coming.
Bollywood is split, right? The music is always split between background score and songs.
Correct.
So, and we have that, what do you call it? Like those music videos and stuff to do that, like not like the West,
Correct.
where it isn't, that's lesser, like
Yeah,
story
it's
to story
item
हम लोग
song,
अटकते
item
हैं,
song.
हाँ, item song नहीं है, ये song नहीं है, वो song नहीं
हाँ,
है, तो ऐसा सब नहीं है, हाँ.
Average Bollywood movie
इधर
में,
अपने
हाँ,
सब
दो item song, one girl like this, one guy hero, they kill each other.
Love story.
Movie, love
Yeah,
story
bro.
दिखाओ and fight.
पर अपना सब musical रहता है ना, तो it's like,
हाँ, correct.
so it's good because it gives you opportunities to do more. So, but songs usually they will brief you on that situation,
Correct.
but mostly it's always love, sad,
Correct.
dance number चाहिए.
Yeah.
What's the
या
most
ऐसे.
hardest genre to like create a BGM for, like some music for?
Nothing.
Comedy,
Like a type
like
of
a
film,
type.
maybe horror or something, or maybe thriller or something. You would want to
Nothing
focus on
really.
those timings of something, some sounds or something.
No, it's not
We are very lame at
difficult.
people to understand all this. So
but-
we are just people asking questions.
Yeah, I mean, see, it's like tomorrow if you have to interview Ram Gopal Verma, you will be like more this thing of what kind of questions you will be asking him, right? So it's the same way, like it depends from directors to directors and what they like and what
Correct.
you can kind of give them. Yeah. So वैसे कुछ ये नहीं कि anything is tough really.
Correct.
Everything is it's like how can I make it something different?
Yeah.
How can I give my own kind of definition to it? Meaning when people hear that, they need to be like, who has done this?
Correct.
इसका नाम क्या है, किसने किया है, or
Who's
something
your
of that
like good dream director you want to work with, like Bollywood or Hollywood?
I mean, Bollywood, I love to work with Hirani sir. Yeah.
Hirani
He's
used to live in our
been-
building.
I know, he was
I
like,
didn't know it.
so funnily, he was like a godfather to me when I started my career.
Oh.
So he, like, I remember because the first time I'd done like 3 songs on an album.
Yeah.
I'd recorded like 3 compositions which I'd done when I was younger. And I went to him and I just made him hear in his house, okay? And I was like, uncle, I've made these songs and all, if you can hear. And very sweetly, okay, there was a shitty demos from Fruity Loops which I had made him hear. And very sweetly he sat, he heard all of them. He's like, very nice beta and all, it's really good. No, he was like, he sent me to who was his composer then? There was some, I forgot his name. I forgot his name, but he sent me to his. But he sent me to his studio and I met him. और उसको भी मैंने सुनाया and then he gave me that dialogue like, you should try like this, like that, XYZ, falana dimka, he did. Then on the next project for Munna Bhai, uncle took me with him on all the recordings for
So you met Sanjay
Munna Bhai.
Dutt and all?
No, for the recording.
That's
Sanjay Dutt, yeah. But I met Vinod Chopra, I met all of this, I met Shan that day. Then Anu Malik was the music director for that.
You might aag laga de.
Yeah. It was like, but the whole experience was so surreal for me because from coming from nothing suddenly into this environment you're put, and like that was the time where I was like, oh man, I want to do this. This is
So was it
something I
overwhelming,
want.
or were you just excited? Like, oh,
I was just trying to take it all in because suddenly seeing Anu Malik sir and everyone, like, it was a little surreal. It was like, oh, that's Vinod Chopra. Yeah, it's like all of them are here and they're commenting on the music and they're doing this, they're doing that. And then Shan came and, he was like such a gentleman. And all of them were like, who's the little kid going around? Yeah, like I was just sitting there. I'm like, so Jackie, I think, had done the production for that. And
वो Jackie वो Jackie बच्चा मेरा तू दूसरा वाला Jackie
नहीं भिड़ू वो नहीं no, but yeah, I mean, it was like surreal, and from there it was, I mean, I knew that's kind of where I wanted to.
This is the life I want to live.
Yeah, it was nice. It was fun.
Let's try to reach this too. Are you still in touch with Hirani sir?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
करते हैं podcast.
मेरे बिल्डिंग में होते थे.
तेरे घर पे आते सर podcast पे आगे.
But I still like I always wanted to. I felt I've never been ready to send him anything yet.
Oh.
But now jaake, like, yes, I would definitely explore that.
And let's say favorite artist you want to work with, like singer, someone.
Ooh, I'd love to work with Arjit, yeah, for sure.
Arjit.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very cliche thing to say, but the thing is, he's got soul, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have worked with a lot of people that way, and like a lot of people have that soul, and a lot of people I wanted to work with, I worked with. Like, I wanted to really work with Javed Ali, and I got to work with him on my last Raniti show that I did. So it was so good to kind of have all these, people now kind of sing your songs, because it just makes it something different. Like, what you thought it was, it kind of takes it above that. It makes it like it makes it spiritual almost, so it's like, I mean, definitely, like, he's one of my
nobody like from the Hollywood industry or from the West Side.
I mean, if I make like a Hollywood track, then yes, why not? Then I'd definitely love to work with Kendrick. I'd love to work with
if you do, in case, just like take me with
or a phone we are the little bros. We and just see Kendrick and say hi.
Actually, so someone who knew Weeknd's manager, so there was one track which I'd made and I wanted to get it through to the Weeknd, right? But it's funny that when you kind of put your energies into that kind of out there for it to get done, like, and you pray for it.
Correct.
Like, there's like this force that just kind of makes it happen, right? So, like, praise God, it's like just I found a manager who knew another guy who was his he knew who was this guy's manager, the Weeknd's manager. So he was like, why don't you just send me the track and I'll kind of pass it along and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, okay, random.
Please,
please, here you go. Like, let's have it, So, but I mean,
Did you teach him?
No, I have not yet. I have to. No, the thing is, so they like it without certain things in it. Like,
can you play it for us?
They would rather just take your beat. I mean, I can, but I'll play it off.
Yeah, I mean,
off
sorry, you guys don't get it. See you.
It's crazy, man. Weeknd.
Yeah. I'd done it with I'd composed it with him in mind when I had done it, because that, like, when you ask like the kind of genre that I like to do, like, somewhere that is happening right now for me. So I'm like really enjoying that kind of a genre.
R&B, right? It's R&B, right?
Weeknd is
a little
R&B,
dark,
pop and R&B.
It's
tries
in
to do
between
some R&B beats.
like lo-fi meets
lo-fi and
something.
pop
It's there now. They're like now there are so many genres of music. Yeah. So before it used to be simple. Now everything is
Pop
like
rock hota tha and little this R&B, but
now
now
there's
it's
rock,
R&B is
alternative
divided
rock,
into a lot of
yeah,
different
Playboy
things
Carti का तो
also.
खुद का ही
Playboy Carti का खुद का ही उसका genre है.
Do you
खुद से.
listen to
Uwe.
Carti? No.
yeah. Now I've realized with the amount of genres that are out there,
Yeah.
you need to do a little bit of selective listening.
Yeah.
नहीं तो mental frustration हो
Even
जाता है.
us, like once we like get used to so much rap, hip hop, even we get bored of it maybe sometimes, and then we
Yeah.
need something new, like lo-fi हो गया,
Yeah,
कुछ
yeah.
भी. Even we go back to Hindi or something.
Yeah, sometimes
Hindi.
कल की बात है. I was वो rap. I was just too tired. मतलब I have a habit of wearing my headphones all the time. So I listen to a lot of music. It's just fun.
Right.
I like just listening to music. So yesterday I was just fed up. I was like, no more English. I just went to Hindi. I listened to Tu Azma करके one nice song is there Hindi. I just switched to Hindi. So
Yeah,
do you
I mean,
get that?
it's
Now
fine.
you've spent 13 years in the industry.
Yeah.
Do you
I mean,
like, how do you keep yourself up to date or fresh or just like ready for something new?
I spent 20 years in the industry.
20 years. Okay.
But
Wrong research.
क्या?
गलत research
This
किया
is your
है.
script.
This is not my. This is the
exactly 2004
Okay.
it was like when I get into
साल
it.
के
So
थे.
now
साल
it's
के थे
like
कभी हम लोग.
literally almost. But yeah,
Okay.
no. But what is the question again?
My question was
How do you stay
now,
fresh?
how do you stay?
Huh.
How do you stay up,
I mean,
up to date?
You
Do you
like I
put
said,
an
it's
actual effort
listening.
or it
Yeah.
just comes automatically. Like, हाँ, अभी
नहीं,
मुझे मालूम है
you
कैसे.
hear, no.
I know the game वैसा.
It's like
know how to-
because you see now on social media and all, you're continuously in the loop of things. Yeah,
Correct.
with Instagram and all, nothing misses your ears.
हाँ,
Because if it's trending, it's out there. It's there. This is the thing happening. So you know every genre, you know every new track that is coming. So you're pretty.
well versed with everything that's.
I mean the rest is like.
Correct.
The rest doesn't really matter, man. But me listening, generally for me to switch off, like I start listening to jazz or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like anything that-
has a nice wine, it's just a glass of wine.
हाँ,
music,
उतना मालूम नहीं
so-
वो उतना
I'm just giving a
I don't know what
situation.
the fuck you do.
You drink?
I don't know.
Why not?
ये podcast का topic पे नहीं मैं डिस्कस करो. ये पर्सनल लाइफ है मेरा ये. This is work life.
बाप रे वाइन का बजट नहीं है अपने पास. Sit with some nice rum डाल के सस्ता ओल्ड मॉन्क.
चलेगा ओल्ड मॉन्क भी. I don't mind a glass. बारिश तो गिर रही है बाहर. पी तो सकते हैं but okay.
नहीं,
So
नहीं.
we did a lot of research and we made some small questions, rapid fire questions.
हाँ.
So are you ready?
Yeah,
Rapid
yeah.
fire. We'll just send fast. Fat.
Yeah.
Which song is your favorite that you've produced till now? And do you think you could have done better with it, or do you just say you're just good with the song? What's your favorite song?
I feel from my like Rakht Charitra, that Mila To Marega track that we had done, like I feel that is, I mean till date it's like a cult, yeah. But my recent favorite is from Run Niti, which I did. It's like Lord Ke Auna. So that was like, yeah, I would say that
That's the
was like
favorite.
my best work
Yeah.
I've done.
Is there a hit song that you wish you were the original composer of? A hit song that you would have done, like if I was there on it, I would have done it maybe better. Or
Better.
a favorite song that you would
So
want to
you
work
can
on.
pick any of Pritam's tracks, man.
Pritam,
to be
yeah,
honest,
of course.
Badtamiz Dil or any of these songs, like
Yeah.
brilliant songs. Yeah, I think he was a great composer.
Ah,
He is
man.
a great composer.
Who's the most famous person in your
In
phone
your phone
contacts?
That's the question we'll go around asking everybody. So.
The most
I
famous.
mean, famous and all, I don't know, but see, as far as like Raju Hirani for me is like a
Yeah.
Correct,
very
of course.
famous entity.
Yeah.
So for me,
Phone
he
करते हैं क्या?
he would be the, like the
Next episode.
he's like the
Next
300 crore club person. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think that because there are only few people who can do 300 crores.
Correct.
The Salman, either of the Khans, and then either of these bigger directors. Yeah.
correct.
So they're the people that do it. Yeah.
If you would have wanted to join a boy band at any point in time, which boy band would that be?
Oh my God.
I'm a One Direction fan. Samarth is also a One
I'm
Direction
an
fan.
NSYNC
I don't
fan,
know about
bro.
you. Which band would you? Yeah, but not
Shit.
you.
This is not
तुम
my
लोग तो
podcast.
Bus, exactly.
One Direction
This is your
में
podcast, अरे। भूल गया क्या?
See, I'll take something from my era was
Yeah, okay,
NSYNC.
we'll know maybe.
NSYNC was like,
Oh, okay, fair. NSYNC,
I was like
of
a
course.
big for that
Yeah.
that time because Backstreet Boys were like, no
Backstreet
bro, that's so like
Boys.
uncool. I mean, they were cool as well, of
Yeah.
course. But then once NSYNC came, it was like
Then
the
it was
new
good.
guys.
Now, this is the most happiest or the most favorite one that I had. Rate the artist from 1 to 10.
Oh my
Anujan.
God. Who?
Anup Jain. Who? That's it. Got the answer. Got the answer. बन गया.
टोए मकान.
अरे
एक बार
क्रिकेट में आता था रील में वर्ल्ड कप आते थे वो वाला वही वाले रील में आता था वो गाना. Anup Jain.
I would say he's a good 7.
Okay. AP Dhillon.
ओए पापा.
अरे पापा जी नहीं अरे
Again, like a 7, 8, yeah.
And A.R. Rahman.
I mean, so has to be a 10.
God.
Yeah. I mean,
Ritviz.
Ritviz, honestly speaking, I mean, I guess he has his following.
Yeah.
But I would give him a 4.
उसके कुछ म्यूजिक is little, it's like a मतलब मच्छर वाला आवाज.
No. See, that is all fine. But the fact is that I feel it's not progressing anywhere. It's a flat line.
It's I think the same beat just being reverbed and making it.
I don't know if it's the beat, if it's the voice, if it's what
when
it is.
When he came out first, it was like...
It was new because
it
it was something with his voice he did and everything like that. But now you can't just
do the same thing again.
Stay there,
thing
man.
again.
I mean, it's just flatlined.
Have you tried ever working for Hollywood films? Would
I
you want to at some point, or are you?
I mean, I have worked with Netflix and stuff like that. So for their global this thing, but film wise, I mean, I would love to do it, but I think I have left long format. I'm not really looking to get into long format like BGM because I've done it all in the past.
Yeah.
You know, from JabWeMet to Aksar, Golmaal, I've
JabWeMet.
assisted on all of those.
So was
things.
that like your first big break?
First big
JabWeMet
break?
Well, it wasn't my break as such because I was assisting Sanjay Chaudhary, right? He's Salil Das' son. So he was the director for the BGM director for all these big films. And I used to assist him, right, for the longest time. So that kind of trained me, he kind of helped me kind of get there.
What was your exact role in JabWeMet?
I was one of the producers. So we had like 3 assistant producers for Sanjay.
Correct.
So he would like kind of guide us as to the composition and we would kind of produce the score like for that.
I think that's the one movie we all saw.
Yeah, we all saw
when we were growing up.
When we were small, dekha tha wo.
Yeah.
I think 2006
very old
or
movie.
7. I
So
think
did you
it
meet
was.
Shahid Kapoor or Kareena Kapoor?
No, yeah, I met Imtiaz Ali.
Oh, उधर थे.
उधर से उनका रूम है
उनका रूम है.
Oh God.
वो छोड़. I went to set. I was enough.
You should have been in the press that time. You would be an ideal.
Yeah, आगे लगा. पूरे वहाँ पे रूम में बैठे हुए.
rumor.
Speaking about the press, do you have, what's your opinion on the press or like when they take an interview of you? So has it ever, do you think they are good or bad?
I mean, I guess they are good, yeah, but sometimes, I mean, I have faced my share of bad apples as well. I don't know which news channel that was, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
During Rakht Charitra, it was like...
name it also, okay.
I don't know, I think it was E24 or something.
What had happened?
इसने तो लिया था. No, so they had come to the studio and they were like, for... This was during Amitabh Bachchan's run, the film. So we had created this Vande Mataram kind of track firstly, which was there. But they were like, we had used the term Vande Mataram in that, in a certain way, right, as a chorus in that track. And these guys were like, they were taking the interview in a general way as to what the song was about and, what the movie was about and what the people's opinion was about and stuff like that. So in one of those lines, Dharam, he was, who used to work with me then. He's like, it's to remove the bhadas of the people, this thing and all.
Yeah.
And wo bhadas leke, they did one whole this thing as to, see, the composers made this Vande Mataram song and और उनका कहना ये था, and then they show us laughing, and then they cut to show the bhadas, it is the bhadas, and they kept looping that stuff in, man, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I'm like, ये क्या है? I'm like, and then there's nothing else about the interview in there, okay? It's just that and they
Is that
just
Padas word
kept
being said?
looping like you were the composer, ha ha ha,
Padas.
Padas, and like the expression, the intensity.
It's like
Oh
he's
my
a
god!
politician and like the opposite party.
Yeah,
Party
bro.
में
Seriously,
I
yeah.
think ये video ढूंढना पड़ेगा. Edit में अच्छा लगेगा.
It was so bad. Oh my god, almost scary. And that's when we were like, okay, no more
press.
No more press.
No more press, guys. Like,
We
not
are not
as
the press.
flavor.
We are better than the press for sure.
Do you have like a press team or do you have like some marketing team or someone?
I mean,
Like a manager?
Like a manager. like having a manager is like, my manager का phone आ रहा है. Just see what
हाँ,
deals are
वो-
coming on
वो
my
एक था ना
way.
AIB का. You've seen that?
but I think I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. I don't think I've seen the whole episode, but I know what you're talking about. I think.
So like, do you have a whole team of people following you with phones and iPads and
Like
planning
the solo-
your next
solo
deals,
run.
or do you like work solo?
No, I have a team
Yeah.
who kind of manages my
Your work
social
and
media and stuff like that, but not my work. My work, so generally it's a very close relationship between directors and composers and stuff like that, or production houses or clients. I mean, very clients. So it's usually around that, yeah. So and you have your managers, of course, who like kind of
Correct,
hook
of
up
course.
with work and stuff.
So do your manager bring you like directors directly or like the directors contact you?
I mean,
something?
like in some cases the directors contact me. In some
Yeah.
cases there will be people who will kind of call me with references. Oh, so and so recommended your name, you know. And
I have
so-and-so.
a like sort of personal question. If you don't want to answer, we can cut it. But like, how much like how's the pay when you're doing something like this? Something
so the
creative?
pay, it depends from Bollywood to advertising.
Okay.
Okay, so and I mean, it depends on the kind of film and the kind of budgets or the kind of production that you're working with, and your budgets kind of vary in that sense.
Correct.
Because nothing is fixed really. Everything is open for consideration.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes if I like a story a lot, you know, then I might not even charge for it, or you know, we'll charge a very minimal amount, whereas you handle the production or you handle everything, all the overheads. But like actually I had done a short film called Kush
Yeah.
for Sanjay Bhutiani's son, and that one, it like won Cannes. It won in Cannes. It won in. It was nominated for Oscars. It won all the awards
You get
possible.
bonuses when you like.
Yeah, when you
You
get
win a
awards or your
award.
films
I
or things
mean,
that you
wo
work on,
if
get awards,
the
कुछ मिलता है.
producers want to give, they give.
Yeah.
Acha.
Here I didn't get.
Bad
but
producer.
no this thing. Yeah. But it was like, the thing is, I Shubhi, I knew his kid like growing up, so it was like really what do you call it? Like since he was a kid, yeah. So it was, I felt good that, you know, it was a debut film, yeah, which he did, short film, and it won like acclaim everywhere. Like, so that was good, and I've done that for free, so it didn't matter to me.
Pays pretty good because you also have such a big studio
Well,
in a prime location.
Prime location. Studio on rent.
Okay. Yeah, no, it does. Like it's got its perks.
Above average, above like someone who's doing a 9 to 5 job above.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, see, the thing is, if you work hard enough and long enough,
Anything.
At anything.
yeah.
Get
So, but the
consistency.
thing is consistency. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you
Correct,
said.
of course.
So if you have to just be passionate about it, and you have to keep kind of working hard. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
have
in the
to,
start, it must have like not paid.
Yeah,
anything,
it was
right?
zero. Like
was
I
zero.
remember, like I did a lot of free jobs. Like when I was assisting Sanjay, I didn't go with the intention of getting any kind of money at all. So the money just ended up coming slowly. And see, when you are at a younger age, 100 रुपया भी चल जाएगा.
Yeah.
You know, because college भी जाने का है, बैठना है, time pass करना है.
Then a sponsor. Again, sponsor. See, 2 times. Double the payment now.
पर तब का 100 रुपया अलग है. तब का 100 रुपया अलग है. अभी कुछ नहीं चलेगा.
अभी 100 रुपए कुछ नहीं आएगा.
Yeah.
मैं घर भी मैं स्टेशन नहीं पहुंचूंगा इधर.
But yeah, I mean, so then over time you started like earning quite a bit. Yeah.
So like so you didn't have like a good like nepotism, like some people are born into this, right?
Right.
Like in good families.
Yeah, of course.
So you
Good
weren't
families,
born like
connected
in
families.
connected
No,
families.
like
and
Hollywood.
Khan-
Yeah.
I won't take the names. But you weren't born
Khan,
into this.
Kapoor, everybody.
Yeah.
But but you weren't born into this. Like you made your own way. You broke the barriers of normal life,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
So what were your key moments and like life lessons you got from this?
If somebody's watching who wants to do some or
Who's
be you at some point in life, what
Like
is
I
one thing
said,
you would say
yeah,
or two things or something you would give?
See, you need to. One is to. I feel to do something like this, you need to have passion.
Correct.
Like any kind of these
Any
things.
creative field will
You
require
have to have passion,
of
yeah.
course.
And passion means it's not just like any kind of passion. It's that
Correct.
mad
It's that
passion.
drive
There is no
that wakes
passion.
you up in the morning. अरे यार
हाँ यानी देख एक पैशन रहता है कि तुम लोग को सुबह उठना है और कुछ करना नहीं है बट हाँ ठीक है यार मैं बनाता हूँ म्यूजिक पर वो कुछ सीखने का ये नहीं है ना जज्बा नहीं
You have to have that thing when you wake up.
हाँ you have to
make some
you want to do something right and I remember those that time of mine when I was younger you know I would get up and sit on my comp and I would sit open Fruity Loops and I would sit
and
you know then when I got into production I started working on this acid not that acid this is the software acid so I Sony ka Acid Pro so that was like a sample based software and like I sat day and night just kind of understanding the software remixing on that software just to get a hang of it finish then that progressed that got into production and then I started learning Cubase and then so it's like you just keep trying you have to keep working at it so that passion or that mad
that kick
Or
has to be
anything.
there.
Like for him it might be coding, for me it is gym. Like, everybody has
music.
something.
yeah. So it's like
That's cool, man. This is the longest podcast that we've actually
oh my
shot.
god
We forgot we had a time limit.
We had a time limit of 20-25 minutes. It's almost an hour far.
Really?
दो part करने में.
अरे दो एक part 4 part करने का perfect था.
नहीं वो लोग देखने भी चाहिए ना पक जाएंगे नहीं तो
अरे देखेंगे ना ऑफ कोर्स है ना फैन फॉलोइंग सर है ना इतने बड़े रो और आप भी तो So I think this has been a very interesting fun podcast.
So it's been one of like my favorite.
One of my favorite podcasts while writing also and while shooting also.
nice man thanks a lot
अभी मैं सुबह at least I woke up at 9:30. I had to reach his place at 10:15, 10:30. So far just get a podcast shoot podcast करना है. So with that fire we came here. So
अच्छा
and it
and
was
that
worth
also you all came like full 45 minutes late
अरे driver can't drive properly bro.
So much traffic, man.
no, chill now get out of my studio
Thank you so
The part you don't
thank
see.
you and get out हो गया sir.
no I'm kidding
Yeah. And
no, but-
before we stop it, we have to
Yeah,
give
we
you
have a gift for you.
oh my god
from our sponsor of this
sponsors.
episode,
Acha.
Video Boom Energy. Thank you
Yes.
for sponsoring
Thank you for
us.
sponsoring us. Since you broke the barriers of life, you did not
Yeah.
do the education that you're working in right now. You
Arre.
took a different path and you played cricket, which is
Yes.
all of our favorite.
of course yeah
And you did something really cool. So we have
thank you so much
gift for you.
wow
That is there here. This is
Oh my
breaking
God.
barriers. Like this. This is for you.
wow
Thank you so much for
was heavy yeah
coming.
Yeah.
Of course, heavy duty.
Wow.
Sponsors
Thank
हमारे
you.
strong है ऐसे हल्का फुल्का podcast
हाँ ऐसे लग रहा है
strong podcast है.
breaking barriers break barriers wow
Up and coming podcast. Not
Yeah.
strong yet, but yeah. So,
Even we hope to follow your footsteps.
Yeah.
Breaking some barriers.
most definitely yeah
break some barriers.
Yeah.
You
guys-
engineering where we're doing film thing. So
I
Yeah.
feel you all are already doing it breaking barriers breaking jobs
of course.
no but good man thanks a
Yeah.
lot yeah this was fun
That's a wrap for episode 2. And
See you in the next
see you
one.
in the next one with.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Sandeep sir.
Thank you
Again.
so much,
Arre,
Sandeep sir.
most
We have
welcome.
left all
Thank
his
you.
links. Spotify,
Yeah.
do you have Spotify?
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
Give him a
So
listen.
Give him a listen.
yeah
Like, share, subscribe to my Lads also. We'll see you next time.